Hi folks, Lee here and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another plane spotting video. Not done one of these in a couple of weeks, and I do know I've got a few new subscribers, so I apologise that I've not really been doing much lately. I've just been quite busy with work in the back of being in Blackpool for a few days. So this one was a really good one today. We've got a good kind of surprise coming up. Didn't really expect to be doing this one today. But we're starting off, we've got the Coastguard helicopter out in a short flight, and it's also kind of intermingled with a Cargolux Boeing 747 that was flying out to Luxembourg. So that's what we've got coming up just now. I'm unsure of the registration of the Coastguard one, to be honest, so I didn't really bother trying to guess this time. But basically it took off and it flew about in the local area for about 5 minutes and then landed. So I'm not really entirely exactly sure what it was doing, but my theory is that it was probably doing a check flight after a bit of maintenance. But again, I don't know for sure. I've got quite a nice shot coming up here of the helicopter flying with the Cargolux taxiing by as well. I thought that was pretty cool. And it's just heading out to take off on runway 30 for Luxembourg. So yeah. So that's the Cargolux lining up to take off, and then the Coastguard helicopter lands as well soon after. Now, while cool, you've probably figured out by now if you've seen the thumbnail that this wasn't the main event of the day. Basically, earlier on in the day, we figured out, and by we I mean the Prestwick airport spotter community, figured out that a lot of Royal Canadian Air Force hardware was on its way to us. Now, we had already gathered that there was a Canadian Air Force CC-150 Polaris tanker on its way, but we eventually also gathered that accompanying it would be 3 of the Canadian Air Force's F-18s. Over there, the designation for that is the CF-188. So very cool indeed, and the place got very busy, so that's why I've pretty much turned down the volume of this video throughout, because there is a lot of talking and a lot of stuff going on, so I don't want that kind of drowning out kind of the main part of the video, which is the planes. And also I have to apologise, this is the first time in a while that I've used my zoom camera. The first wee bits here I've been using my phone, but for all of the stuff, the fighter jets and after, I was using my zoom camera, and I've not used that in a while, and it's not really the best camera, to be honest, either. So it is quite shaky. Now it's still pretty good footage and it was really cool, so I've decided to make a video about it, but I genuinely don't know if I'd have been better using my phone or not. But that's up to you guys to decide, I suppose. But as I said, I can only apologise for some of the shake. But on the other hand, I do think I got some pretty good footage, so I'm not too cut up about it. But it's just a kind of fair warning more than anything else that there is quite a bit of camera shake. And here's the 3 Canadian CF-188s flying over. They came in from the east in a 3-ship formation to give us a pass over the airport. They must have must have known that there was an audience on the grounds, so they decided to show off a little bit. This was the coolest thing I've seen in a while. Once they passed over, they done this absolutely beautiful break, one by one into the downwind. It was really, really cool. It was just honestly the coolest thing I've seen in a while, and you know, that's including the stuff that I've seen at the Blackpool Air Show. I was really, really, this was awesome. This was great. And then you can see the three of them flying in on the downwind and then looping round onto final, basically. It was really, really cool. I'm not going to try and talk anymore through this, but yeah, I really, really enjoyed watching this. So yeah. And then a quick look at the tanker that was accompanying the jets, the F-18s, landing on runway 30. As far as I know, the jets were from Bagotville CFB, and this took off from Goose Bay, and they all met up, and the jets tankered, and then they were on their way over the Atlantic. And then the last but most certainly not least of the Royal Canadian Air Force stuff, Hercules landing on runway 30. Didn't really catch where this one was from. It didn't say on FR24. But yeah, pretty cool. And then the final one of today, Ryanair 737, flying into runway 30 from Murcia in Spain. So yeah, overall really good little day. Got quite a few different things in and very varied, a good variety of aircraft. And of course it's always nice to see some fast jets. It really is. It really is something. It was honestly a really cool thing to watch. I mean, I've just been to Blackpool Air Show and I really enjoyed that, but I have to say those Canadian Air Force jets really put on a really good show. So yeah, it was really cool. Really glad I was able to make it down and get a good look. So yeah, so despite the camera shaking and that, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and of course if you'd like to see more of this content in the future, then please do subscribe. Bye folks.